So here's the question we're answering today. Hey CJ, can you show us some of the different kinds of websites that you build? Different capabilities, industries, etc.? My answer is absolutely we can. In episode 14, we talked about the different kinds of websites. You see, I bet most people think that there's only one kind of website. A website. And they ask me all the time, how much does a website cost? And I have to explain to them, there's a bunch of different kinds of websites. In fact, there's about 7 different kinds of websites that we are typically producing for people. And we have to start not with what kind of website do you need, but what kind of goals do you have for your website and what kind of target market are we working with? Those pieces help us get to what kind of website do you need. So there's a lot of shows and links I can refer you back to where we talk about those first couple pieces. We do have an episode where we talk about your goals and target market and getting started, and I'll reference that in the show notes because I don't have it right in front of me. And then in episode 14, we went over the different kinds of websites and what works best for you. So today I thought we'd take a little field trip and we'd look at some of the examples of those sites. By the way, I went over this cartoon in episode 14 where I talked a little bit about what is the internet so that we could define some of the words, so I could tell you about static websites versus dynamic websites. A static website, real quick, is built on my local computer and then uploaded to your website host, whereas a dynamic website has more software involved. It's a more complicated kind of website, and it lives on the host all the time. I went over that in a little more detail using this cartoon. I won't do that right now. Flip back to episode 14 to learn more about that information. And then I went over the different kinds of websites that we can make. And here's what I talk about. See this list right here of 7 different levels? It starts at the bottom with the Fire Ant. It's kind of a one-page website or a landing page website, and it works its way up in levels of complexity. So the Piranha is maybe like a 5 to 7 page website. All of these websites are search engine optimized, by the way. We'll talk about that in a different show. Then the next level up is the Chameleon. This one we're doing more with graphics and we're doing more with photos, and we've developed the website a little further. Maybe there's more pages involved. And I'm going to show you a bunch of examples for every one of these levels. I'm just giving you the overview right now. And then we reach the Baboon. The Baboon is where we cross that line, and now we're working with a dynamic website. It's got software that's building the website and running it. And because of that, it can do more stuff. That Baboon gives you that back-end access. So I can still help you maintain your website, but maybe you'd like to get access to something or help add some blog articles or make certain changes on certain pages. That is possible when you've got that back-end system, that admin control panel, what's also known as a content management system, CMS. Content management system. Once we've built the website at that level, we can plug in a lot more software and do a lot more stuff. The next level up, the Rhino, now we have a shopping cart in place where people can purchase your services and look through your catalog and order stuff from you and buy it, and it can handle shipping and taxes and all those kind of things for you. And then the next level up, the Jaguar, is a membership type website. That's where people are paying to access a particular area of your website, a members only area, if you will. Maybe they're paying monthly or yearly. Somehow it's kind of like a shopping cart, but it's an upgraded shopping cart because it gives them access to some area of the website. And then the very top, what I call the king of the jungle, is your own social platform. And that's essentially like a Facebook or a Twitter or an Instagram or one of these places. These are all social platforms. Your business, your company may want your own social platform, not because you're going to replace Facebook and become the next Facebook, but often this is used for like an intranet where a company wants its own employees to be able to interact with each other, maybe, with job details or photos or who knows what. The sky's the limit. You're only limited by your imagination with these tools. This is the overview of the different kinds of websites. And again, I went over that a little more in depth and I'll spend a little more time on those details in episode 14. So check that out. In today's show, I'm going to do a little more show and tell. We're going to talk about examples of each one of these. All the links and details are at askawebgeek.com. Thank you so much for your time and attention today. It's been my pleasure to guide you through the jungle this week. My name is CJ Gilbert. At Gilbert Studios, we understand the internet is a jungle. It's too easy to get lost and go down the wrong path, or get stuck, or find yourself in the quicksand you didn't even see was there. Instead, join up with a tribe of people. Hire a well-trained guide that can lead you through and get you where you want to go. Hoping that you have a wonderful week. Make it a wonderful Website Wednesday. Let me know how I can help you, and we'll see you next week in the Web Jungle. God bless. The internet's a jungle.